First of the Sunday matches then at Anfield, Liverpool at home to Burnley. Liverpool 5 draws in the last 7, so they really needed desperately to win this one. Team news, Lallana was in for Henderson in midfield. Burnley had the big guys up front again, Barnes and Wood. 6 minutes, an early corner for Burnley, and Westwood delivered a great corner right under the bar, and Allison made a bit of a hash of it when challenged by Tarkowski, and it went straight in the net. Liverpool defenders surrounded the ref, tried to get a free kick, but to no avail. 1-0 to Burnley. 13 minutes, counter-attack by Liverpool, but Firmino's shot was deflected over. But then on 18 minutes, a mix-up in Burnley's box after a cross from Salah, and Firmino, who was behind Heaton and the defender, was there to tap it into an empty goal. 20 minutes then, Liverpool now in the ascendancy, and Salah on the right wing was causing lots of problems. And on 28 minutes, they took the lead when Mane curled in a delightful shot after pressure on Burnley's defence by Lallana as they tried to clear. The ball broke through to Salah, who laid it off sweetly to Mane, and that was it, 2-1. Turnaround complete by Liverpool. 30 minutes, Salah had a flash shot which just went wide. The weather turned a bit nasty, but we got to half time, 2-1 score. Into the second half then, and a good reaction by Burnley as they pressed for the equaliser, although Liverpool were still slightly on top, pushing for that breathing space of a third goal. On 7 minutes, a calamity by Heaton, a poor clearance, and Salah managed to head for the penalty box, and he was tackled in the box, but it fell to Firmino, and that was 3-1. A little later, Lallana was replaced, and I thought he had a very solid game. He's missed a lot of matches this season through injury, but very impressive. On 81 minutes then, another good move by Liverpool. Arnold's early cross, but Mane managed to graze the bar with his effort. 87 minutes, Heaton, great effort to deny Salah, but then on 90 minutes, Burnley got one back through Gunnarsson, and so it was all man to the pumps. But on 96, Mane managed to round the keeper to get Liverpool's fourth, a sigh of relief all round. Liverpool taking this one by 4-2. Second game on Sunday then was at Stamford Bridge. Wolves the visitors. It was a flowing game. Both teams good on the eye. Attractive football. 18 minutes. A good through ball to Higuain, but his effort was pushed away by Patricio. Wolves were defending stoutly and looking bright on the break. Well organised team. 29 minutes, another Chelsea attack, and Higuain's header this time hit a defender and went for a corner. Became a bit of a stalemate really, with Chelsea unable to unlock the door once they got into the penalty box. 46 minutes, great play by Jimenez and Neves, which set up Jota, but he handled the ball, so it was goalless at the break. Into the second half then, Hazard was looking much more purposeful, and had a good run which led to him being brought down just outside the box. 55 minutes, the move of the match, a great break by Wolves. Jimenez and Jota seemed to have this magnetism together, and it eventually came to Jimenez following good work by Jota, and his chip went past Kappa, and that was 1-0 for the visitors. Chelsea, quick response. Higuain again shot, but Patricio pushed the effort wide. And then Mauricio Sarri brought on Will Loftus-Cheek and Hudson-Odoi. They certainly made it even more open and gave Chelsea a lift. They're more adventurous and quicker. Loftus-Cheek particularly making a huge difference. But Wolves' defending was still stout. 74 minutes, another free kick from just outside the box, following a foul by Bolly on Loftus-Cheek. And Willian, who had been brought on, his effort was pushed away for a corner. Willian again, a great shot on 86. Patricio doing well, again pushing it wide. So you're getting a picture, a lot of Chelsea pressure, but Wolves handling most of it without too much difficulty. But then into added time, and Hazard got the ball just outside the box. With that wicked turn of pace, he managed to steal a yard on the defence, and his right foot shot, arrow-like, hit the corner, and Chelsea had snatched a draw. Wolves a little disappointed, but they must be encouraged by the fact that they have taken 4 points out of 6 of Chelsea this season. So full-time score then at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 1, Wolves 1. So to the final match of week 30. It was at the Emirates. Arsenal 5th, at home to Man U 4th. Conditions were pretty poor. Weather not nice at all. Blustery and rain. Not particularly heavy, but drizzly. And it looked cold there. Both coaches wrapped up. Lacazette, Aubameyang and Ozil was selected by Emery. An attacking formation there. Solskjaer selected Lukaku and Rashford up front. Matic was back in midfield as Fred was selected, and Martial on the bench. The match was a good match on balance, although it has to be said that it lacked a real edge to it for Arsenal Man U matches. But Arsenal set their stall out early on. Kolasinac on 2 minutes sent over a wicked cross that the attacking players failed to connect with, and it went away to safety. But a let-off for United, Arsenal having most of the early possession. But then 8 minutes, an attack by the left by the increasingly well-established Shaw. His cross was anticipated by Lukaku, but regrettably his effort hit the bar. And then a little bit by surprise, 11 minutes, Xhaka, speculative shot from outside the box that was nowhere near the corner, and amazingly it swerved a little bit, but amazingly De Gea stood rigid to the spot as the ball flew past into the net, and it was 1-0 for Arsenal. First real second real effort from United on 18 minutes when Fred managed to shoot from just outside the box, and his effort hit the post. From there on, some more purposeful attacking play by Ramsey and Lacazette, who looked the real handful, but United's defence looking very shaky. Lukaku had another effort on 36 minutes. He was by far United's best player, but goalkeeper Leno forced him wide, and when he did connect, his cross went out. Then on 45 minutes, a really great move by United, but it was defended well by Arsenal. So there we were, 1-0 at the break. Deserved lead for Arsenal. Into the second half then. And on 50 minutes, Lukaku set up Rashford, and Leno, once again, managed to deal with the effort comfortably. 59 minutes again, Rashford, free kick, but it went wide. And then Arsenal got their second on 67 minutes. It was a bit innocuous, but Fred made a silly challenge, really. He did slightly push Lacazette in the box. The Frenchman fell over like he'd been hit by a bolt of lightning. Aubameyang got up, and he converted for 2-0. After that, Lacazette should have put it 3 up, but he blasted wide after a poor effort by Lindelof. United lacked purpose, to be honest, and Arsenal really didn't come under too much pressure. They coasted to the finish line, so first defeat for Solskjaer after 13 matches. Final score at the Emirates, Arsenal 2, Manchester United 0. So that's week 30 done and dusted. Basically, it's as it was at the top of the table. Liverpool getting it back to 1 point following their win against Burnley. So City a point ahead then. Next week, of course, City are in the Cup. But Liverpool do have a fixture, so they could go back to the top. Arsenal have moved into 4th there, on the heels of Spurs now, who continue to stutter. Man United's first loss put them back to 5th. At the bottom, Cardiff, a much needed win, but they're still in the bottom 3. Southampton, of course, got a win as well, so that brings Burnley closer to the drop. As for the goal of the week, well, he scored a great one last week, but we've got to give it to him this week. James Ward-Prowse for that brilliant winning goal to make it Southampton 2, Spurs 1. He's becoming a dead ball specialist, a bit like the previous Southampton legend, Matt Le Tissier. So that's your lot. See you next week.